Well, as quickly as the Epic Universe construction has gone, it seems that we are in the phase of news about Epic Universe hitting that same speed as we were getting closer to the May 22nd opening date of Epic Universe. So in this video, this is going to be an Epic Universe news roundup where we go through the latest news about Epic Universe, and one of them is a really good view of one of the dragons that are going to be in Isle of Berk, and we also have our first look at the Hiccup and Toothless Meet and Greet. So we can take a look at some of those photos and see what guests can expect in this undoubtedly popular meet and greet. And we have a trademark filing, which coincides with something I have recently been talking about, some merchandise that was announced, and we will also take a look at current ticket availability and see what that is looking like through the end of the year. So we're going to go through all of that, break it all down, and let you know the latest news about Epic Universe. So hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic, and the first story we've got is from Blog Mickey and is a first look at Hook Fang Flying Dragon coming to Epic Universe. So we have known, it's been confirmed by Universal, it's been spotted by people who live nearby Epic Universe that there are going to be flying dragons in the Isle of Berk. So that is very exciting, but nobody's had a really good look at them until recently, which is from WESH in Orlando, as they've gotten a really good look at a few animatronics that are going to be in the Isle of Berk as they send up helicopters. It seems they have some more footage here. It says here that the dragons will actually be drones, which we all figured that much. I didn't really think they'd created a robotic animatronic dragon.
But you can imagine what it'd be like if they did, right? Huh?
But I think we all assumed it was going to be a drone. And local TV station WESH was able to spot one of the dragons staged for takeoff near Epic Universe. And then here's a look at it right here. So it's hard to tell the scale of it here. We'll take a look at the video right here. It's hard to tell in this just the scale of it, but we do know these are very large. So it doesn't look like they had launched it quite yet. I'd be curious to know the size of it overall. And they bring up in this article how Disney had rolled out a flying dragon years and years ago during a media event, which is the only time really Disney has done these types of things. That technology was not driven by drones, and the dragon didn't make another public appearance. And also Disney's use of drone technology expanded when they rolled out X-Wing ships for the grand opening of Rise of the Resistance, but they didn't continue to use it. We've already seen Disney announce that they're going to bring over the droids that are over in Disneyland, bring those that they've been there for a while, bring those over into Disney World. I'm also wondering if this prompts Disney to perhaps upgrade some of the things that they, originally said were going to be part of Galaxy's Edge, which would be some of these X-Wings and things like that flying around. You could see Disney also sort of try and do this as well, bring these back out to try and make them more of a permanent thing, part of Galaxy's Edge, as, obviously during this time period, there is not going to be any new attraction from Disney to really compete with Epic Universe for years to come. So that's something we could potentially see from Disney. And they even finished off the article and says, now Universal has thrown the gauntlet with ambitious plans to have dragons flying over the Isle of Berk. And the mention of them in a blog post indicates that Universal's plans are to keep the dragons around and not only debut them as a limited time offering. And I think that's the difference. A lot of people, I think, have assumed that these were just going to be for a limited time, but everything that Universal has been saying, they have every intention of all these elements that they're doing for the opening and what they've revealed for Epic Universe, they're going to continue to do. And I think that is if they're able to do it, obviously there may be days where they can't fly the drones due to like wind or maybe something happens with them. But if they're able to do this and maintain it and it becomes an actual part of this land on a day-to-day basis, that is going to up the level of immersion and things that people expect from a theme park. And I think Disney would almost be forced to try and have something along those same lines. And really the easiest one they could do would be X-Wings. Now, I'm not a big fan of Galaxy's Edge, but I do think it's a cool idea, would add some immersion, would add a little element to it. So I think that would be a good thing. And again, it would be more competition, forcing Disney to step up, their offerings, which I think ultimately is a good thing. And speaking of dragons, we have this again from Blog Mickey. This is first look at Hiccup and Toothless Meet and Greet at How to Train Your Dragon Land in Epic Universe, as we're just over 2 months away till the grand opening of Epic Universe. And as some final touches are being put on the different lands, Universal Orlando Resort has shared a first look at one of the meet and greets and How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, and it's Hiccup and Toothless. And it says, the heart of a chief and the soul of a dragon. Get ready to meet Hiccup and his best bud Toothless only at How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. As a reminder, guests will be able to meet with multiple dragons and characters within the land, including flying dragons and walk-around dragons. The land will surely feel alive with entertainment, including an indoor stage show called The Untrainable Dragon. And yeah, they showed, I mean, again, looks very similar to the concept art that they showed before, because this is the concept art right here. And I'm pretty sure this is animatronic and will be controlled by a team member off to the side. And I believe this is the one they talked about in one of the Discover Universal podcasts, where the dragon would interact with kids. So if a kid was shy, he would be a little shy with them. So it will interact with guests. So it looks really good, I will just say. And I think this is going to be very, very popular. So there's a lot more meet and greets are going to be part of Epic Universe, as Universal isn't really known for meet and greets, but I definitely think with Epic Universe, you're going to see, not only How to Train Your Dragon, Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe is going to have multiple meet and greets as well. So they are definitely upping their game in the meet and greet department, and also seemingly taking it to, very high tech level with some of these animatronics, and, just how in depth they look. So it looks really good. I'm sure our kids will be very excited for this. I think it'd be pretty cool. So, but there's your first look at the Hiccup and Toothless Meet and Greet, as they just revealed this as I was finishing up this video and I saw this news break. So I added it to the video here so you guys can know about it. And I just did a video on this topic yesterday about the potential of virtual lines in Epic Universe. So if you want to check that out, I will link it above. And essentially in that video, I'd said that I think Universal likely will use virtual lines. We did see it within the app at one point, but I think Universal very well could use virtual lines or virtual queues for certain rides, Battle of the Ministry being one of them, potentially Monsters Unchained, and maybe one or two other ones, as they're going to try and really deal with the crowds coming in and how do they balance those within the park. I think a lot of it's probably on a wait to see basis here. I also think the lands are going to be in virtual queues if it hits capacity, things like that. But Universal does file a trademark for virtual line before Epic Universe opening. So the timing of this is very interesting. Universal Studios filed a trademark this week for the phrase virtual line, potentially in preparation for Epic Universe. It says the trademark is for the following possible services: entertainment services, namely arranging for reservations for theme, amusement, and water park attractions rendered in person or via smartphone. Entertainment services, namely offering computerized reservation services for amusement, theme park, and water park attractions through the use of an electronic computer system, and for reducing and managing wait times. I mean, you get the idea here. We all kind of know what the idea behind virtual lines, virtual queues are. So Universal already uses virtual line to refer to their virtual queuing system, complete with a VL logo. The trademark indicates they don't want anyone else using that phrasing, as Disney uses virtual queue, but it also means they may plan on using more virtual lines in the near future. I think that is very, very likely. Currently, Universal only sometimes uses virtual lines for special events like the Mardi Gras float riding experience and Halloween Horror Nights houses, but it's possible they will use virtual lines at Epic Universe. And a lot of people said, oh, well, they removed it. But if you know anything about how apps work, it's in there. So we saw the same thing happen with Disney before the Lightning Lane Premiere Pass premiered. It accidentally was showing in, I believe it was the Disneyland app. And then it was quickly removed where people couldn't see it, but clearly it was in there. There's just certain things in the app or in a website that aren't supposed to be able to be seen by the public. And I definitely think that was one of those things with this when they launched the Epic Universe as part of, being able to see the map and things, that it was accidentally shown. So I think undoubtedly, like I said in the other video, if you want to hear more about that, you can go check that out. But they have, at the very least, virtual lines as a backstop in case they need to use it. They may not use it right off the bat, but if a land hits capacity, then they're probably going to put that land into a virtual line system. And they potentially could do it with rides as well, depending on how the demand is. They may just not know exactly, because obviously this park isn't open yet. So it's going to be really impossible to know exactly which rides are going to have, what the wait times exactly are going to be. We know rides like Battle of the Ministry, Monsters Unchained, Minecart Madness, those are going to have high wait times. They're going to be very much in demand. So you could take a pretty good guess, but Universal could use it just as a backstop in case they need it. But I definitely think that's there in the system. And obviously they're not going to file a trademark unless they plan on using it. So I think that's kind of evidence there that they are going to be using, or at least have a virtual line option ready for when Epic Universe opens. And we also got a sneak peek at some of the merchandise that's going to be available in each of the lands for Epic Universe. So here we have the Wizarding World, Ministry of Magic here. And we're going to see a bag, some scarves, a book, jackets. If you got similar thing, you get a banner for your room if you'd like. T-shirts, hats, a nice fanny pack. I'm a huge fan of fanny packs. People can make fun of them. I love them. Anytime we go to theme parks, I have a fanny pack. I don't have to worry about my wallet or keys falling out or my phone. It's just in there secured, because I've always just been worried about being on a ride or attraction and I have my phone or my keys in my pocket and they fall out. So I just don't want to have that anxiety. So having a fanny pack, I find, makes my day much more just enjoyable. I don't have to worry about that. So I enjoy fanny packs, but I am picky about my fanny packs, I will say. Got myself a fanny pack. And here we got some robes, scarves, and those, a nice wool beanie that you may need in Florida for 2 months out of the year, perhaps. And then over at K. Ramel, we have some of the candy offerings here that they're showing in this photo. In Super Nintendo World, these are the power-up bands, which I'm excited to try these out, as I'm looking very forward to Super Nintendo World. I think I'm going to go with just Mario. I'm kind of going back and forth between Mario and Donkey Kong, but I think I'll ultimately probably go with Mario just because, he's the classic. Go with Mario there. And then we have some t-shirts, plushies, cups. Now, these here I have seen in the Stella Nova merchandise store, at least these ones here. And some of this, I think that one's in there as well, but this is a popcorn bucket of the Nintendo Star, which I will probably get one of these. I think it would set very well on the things to my back to display here. And then we have more popcorn buckets with Toadstool. I think those will be pretty popular as well. But the one I think that will be the most popular, which is one I want to get, is the Mario Kart popcorn bucket. That one looks pretty awesome, I will say. Although I will say, I think what I may want more than the Mario Kart popcorn bucket, I may end up getting both, is the Lego just released a Mario Kart Lego, which our family is very much into Legos. I'm currently actually building a Bumblebee Lego right now. So this one is something I do want. A little bit pricier. I would say $170 is quite more expensive than probably what you're going to pay for the Mario Kart popcorn bucket. But if you are into Mario Kart and Mario-related things, this Lego Mario is pretty awesome. And for those that are curious, it's on pre-order. It releases May 15th is what it says here. Then over in Dark Universe, I think Dark Universe may have some of the best merch from what I've seen on what they're showing here and what some of the team members have. Some people have taken pictures of their merchandise hauls. These here look, they look cool. You can go a little darker route with them. Kind of got a cool mug here. I'm not really big into like coffee mugs. I usually drink cold coffee and cold drinks in the mornings, but that mug does look pretty awesome. But that t-shirt's pretty cool too. Then you got some more cartoonish plushies and things like that, kind of for the kids, which I think is a good move there. I'm not a big fan of these types of shirts with like full on, like almost picture graphics, but they do have these shirts. It looks like socks available and like a bag and just a print as well. I will say these look pretty cool. At least I like this zip-up hoodie that looks like a comic strip. Then you've got another one of the t-shirts. I think they showed in this last picture. I think that's like the same shirt there. And then kind of like almost a Spirit jersey of sorts, but it also it says Dark Universe and has kind of the comic strip on it as well. I think those look pretty cool. And then you have Isle of Berk. So you got some plushies here of some baby dragons, which I'm sure all the kids are going to love, including our kids. So I will probably try and keep them away from this just so I don't have to spend even more money at Epic Universe, because it's looking like from the merchandise that on top of the tickets and going, it might be an expensive trip there. Then you got some more shirts and plushies. Lots of plushies you'll notice in Isle of Berk. Obviously, this is more of a kid land or family-friendly land out there, so I think that's a good reason as to why. An interesting Viking shirt. I like that shirt. I kind of like how it's offset there. And then you got just a Berk shirt. And then this, I believe, you have a backpack here, and this is another purse. I thought that was a popcorn bucket at first, but those are two separate things there. But you got a Viking ship looking bag that you can get. And then you have your Toothless hoodies, bags, hats, all that plushie, or that's a popcorn bucket, the Toothless popcorn bucket right there. Even own version of Toothless headband if you want that. So lots of merchandise opportunities, obviously going to be an Epic Universe. There's other stuff than just this. I do know from the Stella Nova merchandise store that there is a lot of this stuff already out there. I'm sure there's going to be some more stuff that's exclusive to in Epic Universe itself, but there is already a lot of merchandise out there. This is from Jacob in Florida. There's even Moonship chocolates shirts you can get, which is one of the stores in Epic Universe. You can get some of that. And some of the stuff they didn't have in the pictures I was showing you there. This is from Amy Valderrama, I believe, on TikTok. She shows a little haul that she got. And in this looks really cool. This like Frankenstein half face, half skeleton thing. That's a button-up shirt there. Got some pajamas. Is that Dracula cologne? The Nintendo stuff is one I'm most interested in, and so probably will be our kids as well. Got a baby Niffler, some candy. So there's a lot of stuff out there. You're starting to see more stuff online as people are going. Team members are showing more. Now you have, friends and family. They're going to be part of this. So more stuff is going to be coming out about, not only things available, but just different aspects of the park as well. And yesterday we had another video talking about Universal had announced that single day tickets are now on sale for the general public, which is something a lot of people have been waiting on. And here we'll check out the availability here of single day tickets. Let's just say we got 2 adults, and let's just see. Because yesterday the website was running very, very slow. They shut it down for a little bit. So it looks like it's showing June is completely open, July's open, August is open, September, okay, October, November. So it looks like everything's open, even December. So there's availability. The first day that you can get general access or general public single day tickets to Epic Universe is starting June 1st. So that opening time period, the first 2 weeks there of the opening of it, is not available, as most of those were probably reserved for annual pass holders who were able to get single day tickets. So it looks like we're looking to go. All the dates are available. It was showing complete months blocked out as of yesterday. So it was showing June and July and September, and I think November being blocked out. So as of yesterday, but it looks like either they added more inventory or they fixed the website here. So pricing wise, June 1st, $179. And then the cheapest I believe it gets is in September. And you have some days in there like $139 on the 2nd and the 3rd, the 4th. And then the most expensive is going to be around Christmas and $199. So they are pricing Epic Universe right really in line with Magic Kingdom, which I think tells you exactly what Universal thinks of Epic Universe. And I don't think they're making any qualms about the fact that they want to go after Disney for the crown of really the theme parks in Orlando. They've said as much. They said they want to be the first choice when it comes to theme parks. So they're pricing it accordingly. Now you can, if you're a Florida resident, there are Florida resident discounts. There's discount packages. And if you're an annual pass holder, you are able to get tickets. I think they start around $120 some, $119 and up to like $150 some for annual pass holders. So if you are an annual pass holder, you can get cheaper single day tickets. So on the ticket packages, we'll take a look at the pricing and availability. They'll just do 2 adults and 2 kids, just see what it shows us. And it does show not opening day, but May 23rd, there are still tickets available if you're doing a package. So it looks like they're reserving probably quite a bit of those tickets for people that are booking vacation packages, and it looks like everything is available through there. So if you are still wanting to go in the opening week, not on opening day, that looks like it's completely sold out. But if you're wanting to go in the opening time frame there are still tickets available if you're booking a package. So you can just keep, if you want to do that, you can keep that in mind. Now, the only thing about booking, if you wanted to do a package in May and you wanted more than one day at Epic Universe, you wouldn't be able to buy a single day ticket. So more than likely, if that's something you're wanting to do, I would start, in the June 1st range, and then you could buy a single day ticket to add onto your package. So that's something that I would say if you're looking to do that, that's what I would do. And if you need any help booking a vacation or buying tickets for Epic Universe, we do have a travel sponsor, Zip Travel Co. So you can head over to vacationwithzip.com. They can help you take care of all the things of getting tickets, finding the discounts, and we even throw some goodies in there as well if you do book a trip through that link, just in case anybody's out there wanting some help with all of this. And I'm currently working on an Epic Universe construction update, as there are a lot of nighttime shots, and we can really see some finished looks at some of the things with Epic Universe. So that will be coming out in the next few days. But in terms of news, that is all the news, at least since yesterday. There is a lot of news coming out seemingly constantly about Epic Universe. Really the last thing, or the last couple of things that we're really waiting on, is more details about when annual pass holder previews are going to be. I do have it on pretty good, at least what people have told me, I guess I could say pretty good authority, that they are not going to be complimentary, that they are going to be paid. I don't have any idea in terms of the pricing of what they may charge for annual pass holder previews, but from what I have been hearing from people that have been whispering in my ear is that they are going to be charging for this, and we still don't know when they're going to announce that and when those pass holder previews will be. If I were to take a guess, I would say it would be in April, as we are running out of time before Epic Universe opens. And they just announced that team member family previews, they extended those to family of team members, that is going to be going on through March 31st. So it looks like through the rest of the month, that is going to be team members and their family. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see an announcement maybe next week or the last week of March about the announcement of when pass holder previews may be, and then of course the details about Express Pass. How much is it going to cost? Are the existing hotels that Universal has that offer Express Pass, unlimited Express Pass, as a perk of staying in those hotels? Is Epic Universe going to be included in that? These are still things we're waiting on, and probably just some final details about just really how virtual queues and virtual lines, if and how those are going to work. But like I said before, I do think at the very least virtual lines are there if they're going to be needed. They may not announce them ahead of time because they may not, they don't know if they're going to need them or not, but that would just be my guess and speculation there. But either way, that is all the news about Epic Universe right now. So that is going to do it for this video. So be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel as we do lots of coverage here of Universal Studios, Epic Universe, Disney World, and pop culture. And as we find out more news about Epic Universe, we will let you know here. So again, be sure to subscribe if you want to be on the latest news and rumors and all sorts of things about Epic Universe and theme parks in general. And of course, let us know in the comments what you think about all this. And until next time, we will see you in the parks.